I even brought out a whiteboard for you. Yeah. So how to do proper calorie deficit. First thing would be finding your maintenance. You do that by just googling calorie maintenance calculator. You go in any website, you put in your information, and it shows you the range in which your calorie maintenance should be. Whatever the number is, you take 300 to 500 calories away. Deficit. I hope you can see. Oh, it's kind of visible. I'll try to write even bigger. So 300 to 500 deficit is a very healthy deficit. Normally, the reason why you shouldn't be having a big caloric deficit is that the bigger the deficit is, and I know I will have to say that word lots of times, plethora of times, my bad, but the bigger your deficit is, the higher is the likelihood of you losing lean body mass. So in order for you to not lose the muscles that you worked for so hard, or at least not to lose the ones you have right now, don't do an aggressive deficit. I usually really don't advocate for that. I'm not a big fan of aggressive deficit unless you're a trained athlete, you already are in tune with your body, you already know what you do. In that case, that's a whole different thing. But for most of the beginners or even intermediate guys, I do not recommend doing an aggressive deficit. Stick to a healthy one for a longer time so you can preserve as much muscle as possible and lose as much fat as possible, right? So you have the amount of calories, you know how many deficit you should be in. In my case, I had 2,700 maintenance back when I started, and I was eating 2,000. It worked well for me. So it's 200 a little above. May as well lost some muscle, but I don't know if I lost much muscle. Right now I'm 68 kilograms, so 20 kg difference. So you know how many calories you have. At this point, the third thing would be protein. My bad, it's kind of like going into this, but you get it. Protein. How much protein? If you're thinking in pounds, whatever, how many ever pounds you weigh, that many grams every day. So if you weigh 180 pounds, 180 grams of protein a day. If you're thinking like a normal person in kilograms, right? You take the amount of kilograms multiplied by 2, you have the amount of grams. Normally, we take in the by we, I don't only mean my personalities in my head, but also the people normally in the fitness sphere fitness sphere, my bad. 2 grams per kg body weight is the usual for protein. So you know how, for me it was in the beginning 180 grams of protein. I was eating even a little more because I needed 170. I just loved eating more than 170 grams of protein, and I knew I just had to stick to 2,000 calories, right? You know the amount of calories, you know the amount of protein you have to eat every day. It's basically covered. The amount of carbs, fats, don't really give a fuck, really. The carbs and fats, it's even gonna be an experiment for you, because if you get your protein in and you stay within calories, the rest of the foods you're gonna eat is just gonna be your preferences. Like normally what would you eat? And you will even see those preferences in numbers. Either you have lots of carbs or lots of fats, but one of those will be more dominant. Fourth, scales. You need to have a kitchen scale to weigh out the food. You need a normal body weight scale to weigh yourself every day. Kitchen scale, I think it's self-explanatory. You have to know the amount of grams of food you put into your body. And when it comes to weighing yourself, it's just for the progress. If you know that every day either your weight is going down or it's going up, or how is the trend, the weekly weight trend, how is the, yeah. You just need to know your weight for progress. That's it. I would have to learn better articulation. Fuck your ass. Cardio. Steps. Just go outside. Do more steps. Really. That's it. I try to do at least 10k steps, but ideally 15k steps a day. Any additional cardio, it's either the cardio that you personally enjoy, or you're not doing any cardio except for just walking. I think walking is just okay. Like if it's the only cardio you should be doing for fat loss, I think that shouldn't be this hard. You don't have to do any additional cardio unless you like doing it. Why? Because the whole regime, the whole routine has to be sustainable. If you burn out after 2 weeks, this doesn't make any sense. You know, you don't even have to come close to burning out. Except maybe it's like the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th month of the deficit. That's a whole different thing. But at least in like the first 4 to 6 months, you don't have to like feel like, oh, it's too much. Or ideally even never. Not gonna lie, I don't even feel burned out. I'm in this 8th month, I don't even feel burned out. So that's pretty much it. This is how you properly do a deficit in 5 steps.